Today we have 237 chapters. From 106 of those have active Telamerica programs. I'm extremely proud of that. Part of the problem is, as the chapters get older and the veterans get older, they don't feel like they can go out and put on programs like this. My big concern is that we're going to go into the future. Most of us that are living now are in our 80s. We have, if we're in good health, maybe another 5 to 10 years to live. After that, our stories will be gone.
Unfortunately, we haven't had one Telamerica program this year. We have had in the past people who served in Korea, enough people to tell the story.
Get a little fun out of our program. It's not all rah-rah. A question and answer period. Someone will say, well, where'd you go to the bathroom at? Well, where would you go to the bathroom if you was out on the river fishing? You go behind a tree. We didn't have any trees, so you guess what we had to do? Things like that. Frankie was really disheartened because he never got to ask a question. I said, have him write me a letter. I'll answer his question. So a couple of days later, I get a letter from little Frankie. Frankie wrote it, wanted to know if we had a weight room, you know, lifting weights and stuff, what kind of cafeteria food we had, especially with the younger children. Younger children tell their big brothers, tell their big sisters, talked about in school. Finally, they say, well, maybe we ought to get these people in here. That's just my thought.
I was just sitting there looking at the telephone. If you could develop an app, well, maybe it would be a link to the website. But you have to have something there of interest for them, a game. Now, I don't, right off my head, I can't think of a game, or, you know, unless they're just interested in history or find some reason to be interested in it, and you can put it on there on the website, a link to the website. That would be a good thing to do.
And I think if we can get a digital thing with a little fun mixed in it, it'd be a great thing.
I think we have to tell the public and also the young people what the Korean American associations in our country have done for us in the last many years, as well as what the people in Korea have done for themselves in the last 60 years. That's very important because no other society, no other country has ever done what the Korean people have done.
That's exactly right. Another part of that, though, is, you know, the revisit trips that are going on now with the grandchildren. Now, as part of that revisit trip, and we need to try to incorporate them and what they've seen and see if we can't use that as a base of some kind. I think it's a good thought that needs to be explored to see what you can do to build a group, maybe, and there could be some very good ones there that have been back to Korea on these revisit.
Part of it, they know what's going on. And I'm sure if two more girls were here telling something, your daughters would pay attention to what they had to say.
I think we need to get with Warren Weedhan and try to get a list of the grandchildren that have been back to Korea. Guys, I think this is a wonderful opportunity, and what you're doing with the digital museum, I think will be the best thing that our Korean War veterans, the best way for us to provide this legacy concern that I've had. Of what happens when we're gone, I think what you're doing is probably the best thing that we've done. And the main thing is we need to try to continue with what you're doing. Well, I think what we need to do, I mean, what I know I need to do is talk to my grandchildren, and I can report back to you what kind of response And we might be able to do that with some others, and specifically about getting the ones that have been back to Korea. Yes, I think we can get you on the agenda.
Oh, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
I'll get you on the agenda,
Yeah.
because I'm making the agenda.
Or, and I think he could probably do more, but you could be part of my Tell America presentation.